correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was dedicating this season to
winning.
And look how Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark.
The head coach of the Chicago Sky allegedly suspended star player Angel Reese after she got into a fight with Indiana Fever rookie star Caitlin Clark. There was what many are calling a fight during their most recent game, where tempers flared and a clear foul call started a debate that has since grown into a full-blown fight. The WNBA is looking into claims that fans made hurtful statements. The league made the announcement after the event, but now things have taken a dramatic turn, and Reese is being punished by her own team. According to people who work for the group, Reese was suspended because of more than just the 1C court incident. It's also because of how she behaved after the play and how she responded to the investigation that followed. During the third quarter of a very physical game between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, there was a fight that led to this unprecedented ruling. Clark was called for a harsh foul when he hit Reese while he was trying to drive for a layup, knocking the Chicago star to the ground. A lot of people have talked about and looked closely at what happened next. Reese's response was quick and hostile. He seemed to be directing his words toward Clark and trying to approach her before being stopped by teammates and officials. The Indianapolis crowd reacted by yelling obscenities at Reese while drinking. This created an atmosphere that could be described in a lot of different ways later on, depending on who you asked. As the Fever went away for a convincing win, the incident seemed to be limited to the floor for a short time. Soon after, though, claims started going around on social media that Indiana Fever fans had gone beyond eager support and started acting inappropriately toward Reese. A lot of people believed these claims when the WNBA quickly announced an investigation, even though there were doubts about their truth. The WNBA said that racism, hate, and any other kind of discriminatory behavior are highly condemned. This set the stage for one of the most controversial events in recent basketball history. But now the story has taken a strange turn when the boss of the Chicago Sky decided to suspend Reese. Insiders on the team say that the group was embarrassed by the whole thing and thought that Reese's actions during and after the game were not professional enough. Reports say that Reese will be suspended indefinitely and must meet certain behavioral requirements before he can return to the active squad. Before they suspended Reese, the Chicago Sky organization put out a statement that many people saw as adding to the claims made in a fake Twitter post about Indiana fans. Because of this obvious lack of consistency, some people think that the suspension is more about repairing the team's reputation than actually enforcing the rules. This is especially true since the team has been criticized for spreading false information about Fever fans. ESPN has had a lot of coverage of the ban, and commentators have mixed opinions on whether the punishment is fair for the crime. One headline said, "Stephen A. puts Chinny and Monica on the spot," referring to a heated section where celebrities were questioned about how they talked about the scandal and how they reacted to hearing that they were suspended. The WNBA is facing problems that have never been seen before. The league has gotten a lot of attention since Clark joined and started competing with well-known stars like Reese. There are more people watching TV and using social media than ever before, and women's basketball is being talked about in popular media like never before. But the present controversy, and now this suspension, made it hard to see the basketball that was being played. Unfortunately for Reese, the ban is a big setback in what had been a good start to her WNBA career. After being a star at LSU and leading her team to a national title win over Clark's Iowa team, Reese went into the professional ranks with a lot of hype and a reputation for being a tough rival. She has been put on hold indefinitely and is now being questioned about her behavior and work ethic. Clark, on the other hand, keeps doing great on the court, breaking records and bringing the league more attention than ever before. The fact that she got a triple-double in her fourth professional game would normally be the big news. Instead, it's just a side story in a bigger story of trouble and disagreement that now includes Reese's absence. The Chicago Sky will have to play the rest of their games without one of their key stars, at least for now. The way the team played while Reese was out will be closely looked at, as well as what players or coaches say about the ban. If the team is having trouble, there may be more pressure to bring Reese back sooner rather than later, even if the conditions set for her return were not met at first. The WNBA needs to figure out how to use the huge interest that the Clark-Reese rivalry has created without letting it turn into the kind of off-court drama that is now threatening to overshadow the game itself. How the league handles both the investigation into fan behavior and its reaction to Reese's suspension will be very important in deciding whether this event is a turning point for the better or a lesson to be learned. Fans and the media are still processing the news that Reese has been suspended, and there is still discussion about what really happened during and after the game. Pieces of video footage, witness accounts, and social media posts have all been looked over very carefully to find hints about what really happened. This kind of situation often means that the truth is somewhere in the middle of the two stories. It's clear that women's basketball has gotten a lot of attention across the country in ways that no one thought possible before. Now, the task is to make sure that all of this attention turns into long-term growth and not just short-lived controversy. It's not just the league and its players to blame for this. It's also the media, social media sites, and the people themselves. A new group of amazing athletes is changing women's basketball and inspiring millions as the season goes on. Let's hope that the attention returns to the game as the season goes on. The Clark-Reese rivalry could be one of the best stories in sports, but only if it's not shaped by bans, investigations, and off-court drama. Instead, it should grow naturally through competition. Angel Reese has been suspended for one game. The basketball world is waiting to see when or if she will play again, and what this will mean for her future, the Chicago Sky, and the WNBA as a whole. The story isn't over yet, and the next part looks like it will be just as interesting as the ones we've already seen.